Maybe Mr. Bill Haney might be onto something after all. Maybe Bill Haney's race baiting for this particular fight might just work for this particular fight. Y'all seen the man's tweet earlier, talking about Mexican fighters get praised for their effort. They just have to fight and they get love. Black fighters have to not just win, but win big, and they might get a little bit of respect.
This one nigga named Southpaw TV.
I seen this poll on Instagram. It says, is Bill Haney tripping or does Bill Haney have a point? 72% say Bill Haney is tripping, but the man might be on to something. The Zone Boxing post up on Twitter, the race to be the face of American boxing. Why do they got Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia facing off when Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are not fighting on May 2nd? When you really put some thought into it, all eyes are not going to be on Ryan Garcia. They're going to watch the Ryan Garcia fight most definitely, but all eyes will be on Devin Haney. People want to see if Devin Haney chinny chin chin recovered. People want to see if Devin Haney is still Devin Haney, or will he get beat by a mediocre fighter like Jose Ramirez. Then Devin went on Twitter and said, wise man change. I think he means wise men change, but a fool never will. I think he talking about Bill Haney. I think he talking about his own pops. Hey yo, Devin, bro, wise men do change, but a fool never will. Take a look at your pops and apply this tweet to your daddy.
What's your goof ass?
The closer we get to May 2nd, you're gonna see Devin and Bill Haney getting cooked on the internet over and over again. You're gonna see Bill Haney doing interviews over and over again. You're gonna see Bill Haney embarrassing himself over and over again leading up to May 2nd. For example, Quentin Rampage Jackson, retired MMA fighter, said in an interview with Fight Hub, Devin Haney is a bitch for suing Ryan Garcia.
He act like a fucking bitch. Fuck him. Fuck Devin Haney.
You know, all of a sudden Quentin Rampage Jackson is my favorite MMA fighter. All of a sudden I am Quentin Rampage Jackson's biggest fan. Most definitely. Devin gets no respect by anybody in the sport of boxing. No boxer in their right mind respects somebody like Devin Haney. Devin Haney sued somebody for a boxing match. Maybe that is not registering with some of y'all. Maybe in about 10 years, it will register into some of y'all heads. Devin is the only boxer to sue somebody for a battery.
He ain't from the trenches.
Ray Jackson, the king of boxing comedy Twitter, tweeted out, Devin Haney needed a year layoff and then a tune-up fight before he fought Ryan Garcia in a rematch. Tank is running that shit back with Lamont Roach 3 months later. There is levels to this. Ray Jackson is right. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach are going to run it back in a couple months this summer. Gervonta Davis wants an immediate rematch with Lamont Roach. Devin needed an entire year, and he didn't come back to fight Ryan. He coming back to fight Jose Ramirez. There is definitely levels to this. Shakur Stevenson, the softest man to ever exist on planet Earth. The softest boxer to ever exist. The man who admitted he watches Southpaw TV every single day. The man responded back to Ray Jackson by saying, cuz need to send you a check. All that D-riding you do. You don't take one day off, I respect it. Hey yo, Shakur Stevenson, bro. Ray Jackson was not even talking about you, bro. Ray Jackson did not even mention your name. Who is really D-riding in this situation? This man by the name of Jab Like Mont tweeted out, you respect D-riding? What the hell, Shakur Stevenson? Shakur responded back by saying, I respect the dedication. If you don't get your dumb self up out of here, bro. You just said that you respected dick riding. Oh, hell no! And the craziest stuff I've seen all day was Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul are really talking about fighting. Just because Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, everybody want to fight Jake Paul now. Anthony Joshua posted up on his Instagram that he was having a phone call 5 minutes in with Mr. Jake Paul. They really talking about a fight. How do you think this fight will go? Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. In my opinion, if the fight is real, Jake Paul does not see the second round. If the fight is real, Jake Paul gets put to sleep quick. Just because Anthony Joshua got knocked out in his last fight does not mean that Jake Paul can knock out Anthony Joshua. Get that out y'all head. Some of y'all are very delusional right now. I see y'all Jake Paul fans talking about, yo, Joshua ain't got no chin. Jake Paul gonna sleep the man. Keep on thinking that. Jake Paul is not an experienced boxer. Anthony Joshua is. I want to see this fight happen. Hopefully Jake Paul learns his lesson. You do not call out active heavyweights, bro. And no matter what you want to say, no matter what type of false narratives you want to put out, no matter what type of hate is in your heart, Gervonta Davis is still the face of boxing. Say what you want. Dan Rayfield put out this report They said Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach did 262,000 USA pay-per-view buys. No matter what you say, Devin Haney will never do these type of numbers. Shakur Stevenson ain't doing these type of numbers because Shakur Stevenson will never fight on pay-per-view. When are we gonna accept that Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing? And imagine the rematch, that's right. Imagine in the summertime when these two fighters rematch. You know them views gonna go up.
Southpaw TV, fire.
Don't care what you say, Gervonta is the face of boxing, not Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is not the face of boxing. He been not the face of boxing. Speaking of another fighter who just cannot sell tickets, George Kambosos. Rick Glazier put out on Twitter, George Kambosos' tickets are dead on arrival. It only sold 1,200 tickets so far in a 20,000 seat venture. That's probably 6%. That means 94% of tickets remain unsold and unavailable. Fame could be fleeting, especially in boxing. Kambosos is clearly an excellent example of that.
Fuck is you talking about?
That's a fact. George Kambosos has not won a fight in 5 years ever since he beat Teofimo Lopez. George Kambosos has not won a fight since he beat Teofimo Lopez. Richards and Hitchens, the New York City rap, put out on Instagram, "Hey yo, Kambosos, explain yourself before I jump on that ass." One thing factual that Richards and Hitchens said about George Kambosos is the highest paid bum in the sport of boxing. And after this fight, that pay is definitely gonna go down. People finally realized that George Kambosos was never that guy. Just because he beat Teofimo Lopez does not make him that guy. Teofimo Lopez is not that good of a fighter. Hopefully, we never see George Kambosos ever again.
I know Southpaw TV.
And don't y'all forget to subscribe to McGaverick Boxing, the best female boxing commentator in the game, with the best AI boxing edits in the game. It's a whole lot of female boxing channels out there. I'm not gonna say no names, but they refuse to call it down the middle. Queen Von McGaverick Boxing calls it right down the middle, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all go give her a subscribe. Best female boxing voice in the game.
You remember the night you fought Tank? Who's beating me?
Working for you.